Look familiar? Scenes like these are happening all over the galaxy right now. You could be next. That is, unless you make the most important decision of your life.
I'm willing to bet you want to know how to get up there. Well, I'll get into it in a second. For the Siege veterans who remember, this actually used to be a normal hiding spot to get onto. Before Ubisoft patched it, of course. Same as this one. It just seems that Ubisoft doesn't enjoy players trying a more stealthy approach to things, which is ironic, considering all the games they were bringing out before Siege. I mean, where do you think we learned about hiding in plain sight? Or getting a little high up spot so you can get the drop on a guy? So, with that said, if you're like me, you'll probably find a lot of value out of these spots, and that's what today's all about. So, heading to the electrical room on the bank, line up an Akiba on the little black box. You'll see there's a red label across from it. Line it up with that. Then look for a vault option to get on top of the little blue box. Once you're up there, prone on the cup, right in the middle. Now what I do is go crouched. Then for the second barrier, there's a very specific area I need to throw it, where there's a very specific shape to the barrier, and that helps to narrow down exactly where you need to throw the barrier. If you put both barriers in the exact same position I did, you should be getting a very fine but certain vault option. It might seem a bit tricky at first, but once you have it down, you can do it under 10 seconds, easy. So moving on to Emerald Plains, this used to be a parkour spot and then it made a comeback at some point, but in any case, what I found is if you throw a barrier right on the corner of the table, you can vault onto the table, push yourself onto the little globe, and then once you look to the side, you'll actually get a vault option. And then from here, there's a whole bunch of different things you can do. You can peek over, you can land on the little banging balls in the middle. A pretty good spot. Moving on to border. On border, you're going to want to take care of some of the wall behind the paint can, but do not break the paint can. The moment that can breaks, the vault option disappears entirely. So what you're going to do is clear out some of the debris. Once you've taken care of most of it, you can pull up an Akiba and put it exactly where I'm putting it, between the I and the N on the warning label. Once you're done with that, vault onto the table. Then you're going to have to look for a little horizontal line. These are the reference points, and where you're actually going to want to throw it is right about there. Now note that it is slightly above the horizontal marker. Once placed, prone on the little toolbox below you. This will elevate you slightly, then crouch and look to the shell's direction. There should be a very fine vault prompt. There is a way to do it with one Akiba barrier, but I was finding it to be a bit inconsistent, so I decided to just stick to using 2 barriers instead. Similar to the spot we just covered, there's a spot on Clubhouse that can also be done with 1 Akiba barrier, but I found it once again too inconsistent and figured out a way to do it with 2 barriers instead. There is still some level of inconsistency, but it seems to work most of the time at least. So, first barrier, you throw it on the little middle pipe that you see me throwing it on, and just confirm the level that I'm throwing it on. From there, you go prone, line up a second barrier exactly where I'm showing you, under this little electrical box. The key here is that the Akiba is making a curve to you slightly, and once you can see the Akiba is going to do that, you're taking your crosshairs ever so slightly a little bit more down. From there, simply position yourself similarly to what I do and look for a vault prompt. Once you vault over, you'll be able to do a variety of different things. It all depends on your playstyle and what you intend to do with it. Well, what are you waiting for? Go try it yourself. I would be absolutely honored to be a victim to one of these spots. Thank you.